Today we got two of the most powerful villains in the Marvel and DC universes going head to head. Two bona fide team busters for sure. Superboy Prime versus Onslaught. So who's come out on top here? Let's find out. Once a young, high-spirited youth in the real world with the powers of Superman, intense trauma has twisted Superboy Prime's sense of justice and morals, which has only been exacerbated by the corrupted and ineffective heroes of post-crisis Earth, as well as the loss of his destiny as the universe's greatest protector. Superboy Prime possesses all the same powers as his counterpart Superman, but is more powerful thanks to mental insanity. Actually, more reminiscent of Silver Age Superman, the guy who was able to hold 20 planets at once. Superboy Prime is strong enough to move planets at faster than light speeds with ease, fight against the Teen Titans, Justice Society, and Doom Patrol, and says he wasn't even trying. He's able to one-shot Power Girl. He barreled through a 300-mile thick Green Lantern construct, went on to fight against the entire Green Lantern Corps, beat two Supermen at the same time, even killed one of them, broke out of the Phantom Zone, and he's even altered reality with his punches. So it's definitely safe to say that he's ridiculously strong. And just as he's ridiculously strong, he's just as ridiculously durable. He said that Black Adam's punches just tickled him. He took hits from Bart Allen, who at the moment had absorbed the whole Speed Force, tanked the World War explosion, which is a galaxy-destroying attack capable of annihilating the entire Milky Way, withstood a Guardian of the Universe self-destructing right in front of him, and ripped up a weakened Anti-Monitor to pieces, which is an impressive durability feat, as a mere touch from the Anti-Monitor killed a Guardian of the Universe. Well, for the most part, Superboy Prime was okay. Prime is also insanely fast. He's able to escape the Speed Force, which before then had been deemed impossible. He stopped 3 different Flashes from speed blitzing him, and it took Bart absorbing the whole Speed Force to outpace Superboy Prime. Then he's also got heat vision that's powerful enough to shoot straight through green and yellow lanterns, and even penetrate the chest of Superman and freeze breath that can instantly freeze opponents. So, that's who we got in one corner, Superboy Prime. But entering the ring in the other corner, well, it's one of the most powerful villains he's ever faced, Onslaught. Onslaught was born from the minds of Professor X and Magneto, and is a nigh-omnipotent villain, and can absorb powers from various other characters. Onslaught is mostly remembered for his part in the deaths of the Avengers, Fantastic Four, Hulk, and Doctor Doom that led to the Heroes Reborn reboot. Onslaught has a tremendous amount of strength, and he's claimed he's able to increase his strength at will, and even tear stars apart. And while Onslaught has never done something like rip open a star, he has managed to hold down and beat up an enraged Hulk, throw a charging Juggernaut across the United States, and he's even forcibly ripped the Crimson Gem of Sidorak out of Juggernaut's body, essentially no effort. His durability is equally impressive, as he's unhurt by an enraged Hulk, taking combined attacks on both the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. Onslaught's armor can be cracked by immense strength, but actually, Onslaught has to choose to let his armor be broken. You see, Onslaught is unable to break free of his armor on his own, and so he needs help to break out and assume his final form. However, Onslaught's main power comes from the fact that he is a combined version of both Professor X and Magneto. He uses telepathy to easily overpower Jean Grey, possess Thor, which is something that Emma Frost with the Phoenix Force couldn't do. He can drag anyone in the astral plane at will, can possess large groups of people and put them to sleep, and even use people's minds for his teleportation. He's also got strong telekinetic powers, being able to destroy skyscrapers, cause tidal waves, and kill several superhumans with a blast. He's also got Magneto's powers, being able to create constructs out of the earth, unleash gigantic EMP pulses, and skewer heroes with metal spikes. However, none of this is Onslaught's greatest power. You see, he captured and contained Franklin Richards inside of himself, and gained access to all of his vast reality warping powers. He's very skilled at creating holes in reality, separated the Hulk and Bruce Banner into two separate entities. He can pull memories into reality in order to serve him. He trapped Juggernaut inside of his crystal, and he even killed all the X-Men with a reality warping blast. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now today, we got two of the most powerful villains, both Marvel and DC, going head to head. Superboy Prime is going up against Onslaught. So who's coming out on top here? Well, let's find out. And first things first, I want to talk about Prime. Just go over how powerful he is. Because man, the guy is just so powerful. Now, Superboy Prime is kind of infamous for just his sheer, overwhelming physical might. And he can take on essentially any hero or team of heroes who come his way. And just to be clear here, we're talking about Superboy Prime in this fight, not Superman Prime, where Superboy Prime was amped with the powers of the Guardians, is able to do things like battle against Monarch and torture Mr. Mxyzptlk. No, today, just using Superboy Prime. So how strong is Prime? Well, for starters, he's capable of moving planets while flying faster than the speed of light, and he's able to fight against the Justice Society, the Teen Titans, and the Doom Patrol all at the same time, saying that he wasn't even really trying. He's broken out of the Phantom Zone just by punching his way out, which before Prime came along was supposed to be impossible. Basically, the word impossible doesn't apply to Superboy Prime. He's torn through a 300-mile thick wall of sheer willpower with ease, fought the entire Green Lantern Corps by himself, and during the Sinestro Corps War, Prime was able to fight against pretty much everyone. The Green Lantern Corps, the Yellow Lantern Corps, and even the Heroes of Earth. He's even ripped apart and tore through a weakened Anti-Monitor, throwing the remaining pieces of him to the edge of the universe. Superboy Prime was also able to overpower and beat Sodom Yet, enhanced with the Ion Entity. Insanely impressive. And then being able to take down whole superhero teams by himself, Superboy Prime is also incredibly durable. Obviously. One of the most durable villains in all of comics. He's taken multiple blows from Bart Allen, while Bart had absorbed the whole Speed Force into himself. He said that punches from Black Adam only tickled him. He's taken blasts from Guardians of the Universe. He's also to rip apart a weakened Anti-Monitor. And while that might sound more like a strength feat than a durability feat, a Guardian of the Universe was fried just by touching the Anti-Monitor. Superboy Prime only got a few cuts and scratches. He's taken the World Explosion, which is said to be capable of wiping out the entire Milky Way galaxy. And in one last desperate attempt to stop Prime, a Guardian of the Universe self-destructed literally right in front of his face. And even that didn't permanently put Superboy Prime down. And then finally, we gotta talk about speed. Superboy Prime is easily one of the fastest guys in the whole of DC Universe. I mean, he's gone up against Barry, Wally, and Jay and stopped them from speed blitzing him. Multiple speedsters had to team up to trap him in the Speed Force, and several versions of the Flash admitted that Prime was too fast and too strong for them to handle. But all that being said, I'm really skeptical of just how much this will affect Onslaught here in the fight. For starters, Onslaught claims to be able to increase his strength at will. And according to him, he's strong enough to tear apart stars. But while we haven't seen him do that, we have seen him effortlessly rip the Crimson Gem of Sidorak out of the Juggernaut's body. He's easily held down an enraged Hulk and proceeded to viciously beat him up. He's even physically opened and pulled himself through a portal from the negative zone. But it's really more his durability. Onslaught's armor can technically be broken, albeit with insane amount of force. But it really only happens when Onslaught allows others to break his armor. If he so wills it, Onslaught verges on pretty much complete indestructibility. And get this, when Onslaught did allow Thor to break through his armor, well, his power only increased. Basically, Onslaught is just a being of pure energy stored inside a shell. And so if or when his shell is destroyed, like what Hulk did, Onslaught still remains unharmed. So what can Superboy Prime really do besides just injure and destroy Onslaught's armor, not injuring the true Onslaught in the process? But here's what's up with Onslaught. He's got both telepathy and telekinesis. He's capable of easily riding Jean Grey, one of the world's strongest telepaths. He's capable of possessing Hulk, possessing Thor, something that not even Emma Frost with 1/5 of the Phoenix Force was able to do. He can drag anyone, even someone like Jean, into the astral plane at will, and can siphon mental energy from living beings on a universal scale. Even simply traveling back through the period of time when Onslaught existed is still enough to cause painful psychic feedback. And as if that wasn't enough, Onslaught has reality warping powers, is able to easily contain Franklin Richards inside of himself. And just to put that into perspective, Franklin is a guy who's capable of going one-on-one with Celestials. And all of this is going to be very problematic for Superboy Prime here in this fight. Because honestly, he's got no counter for these kinds of attacks, especially telepathic attacks that are powerful enough to easily overpower someone like Jean Grey. Superboy Prime is a physical fighter through and through. Onslaught is pretty much the exact opposite. Yeah, he can physically fight. Like he said, he can easily resort to pure brawn. But at his core, he's something else altogether. Onslaught is a being of pure energy, something that Superboy Prime can't truly injure. And even if he could, Onslaught survived being reduced to nothing more than disembodied thought that spread out across the negative zone. On top of that, Onslaught is an insanely powerful telepath, a creature of pure sonic energy, and is going up against a kid with mental issues. I think you see where this is going. Superboy Prime is an absolute beast, but he's going up against an opponent here that he can never truly hope to beat. So yeah, going with Onslaught in this one. Onslaught wins. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sound off in the comments down below. Also, be sure the like button, subscribe button, and turn on notification on the DanCo Army. And I will see you next time.